Hello, Stampin' friends, and Merry Christmas, everybody. I know it seems so weird to be discussing Christmas when it is July 31st and we are coming off of like 100-degree days. But here we are. So come on in, join me. I am live in my stamping studio right now. You are on Jody Breckbill's Stampin' Queen Facebook page. So I'm so happy to have you guys here. And I just wanted to kind of do a little fun Christmas in July, bit of a catalog. I can't really kick it off too much because it's not live for you guys yet, but just to show you what I've been playing with in my studio. So come on in and join me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are here and online with me, give me a comment. Let me know where you're joining from because there are prize patrols with this Christmas party that we're having today. So I'm not able to show you what I'm giving away yet because I can't order it because it's coming from here. So prize patrols, yes indeed, we cannot have a Christmas party without prize patrols. So you guys want to make sure that you're leaving comments, likes and loves. Let me know that you guys are on with me. And good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning. And this party is kicking off actually right now. So this actually is a party. This is my Christmas party. So you guys are welcome to join me. Grab a cup of something good. You could have some hot chocolate or some cider, or depending on where you are, it's never too early. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So maybe have some Christmas cookies because we're having a Christmas party. So wanted to let you know right here is the code so you can shop anytime. This party is actually going to close August 7th. Okay, so starting today, this party is open. This is the code we've got associated with this event, and it's going to close on the 7th of August, which means, so let me kind of maybe go over the logistics of how this works, because we've got bonus days still happening, right? Bonus days are going on now through August 3rd. So since this party, hello, Brenda. Rocky Joe says it is not Christmas yet. You are right, Joe. You are so right. It's July and we're talking Christmas, but we got to get our butts rolling if we want to get Christmas cards made and tags and gift giving and home decor and all that good stuff we want to play with out of this catalog. So he is right. It is not Christmas yet. We are definitely jumping the gun. But bonus days is still continuing. So with this party, you are able to double dip, so to speak. So if you had an order that you wanted to put in between now and August 3rd, you could do that and you would earn bonus day coupons with your order of $50. Then August 4th, our catalog goes live. This catalog is live on August 4th, and you're able to order anything from here and use your bonus day coupons. So all your $5 coupons you can start to use on the 4th of August. So that's why this party is actually staying open for a week, if that's making sense. So you can hop on to my website at any time. You're going to shop and you're going to use this code at checkout. And what that does is link everything together to my Christmas party. So like I said, you can kind of double dip if you wanted to place more than one order to get bonus day coupons and then order from the new mini catalog and use your bonus day coupons. I got a lot of them. I have a bunch of bonus day coupons. So what we're going to do is any order of $30 is going to get you the make and takes from today's party. Okay, so I'm going to do some stamping for you. And if you have a $30 order, you're going to get those make and takes for absolutely free. If you have a $50 order, you're going to get the make and takes as well as a free item from me. The item I can tell you is going to come from the mini catalog, but I'm a little hesitant to tell you exactly what it is that I'm giving away because sometimes we do run into some back order situations, and so I want to be able to adjust on the fly, but you are going to get some sort of embellishment. Let me say that, right? An embellishment that's usually about $8-ish, I think $6 to $8. I haven't really looked at exactly what we have, but that's going to be with a $50 purchase. You're going to get all the make and takes as well as a free embellishment, and that offer ends on the 7th of August. Now, this is online. So you guys can shop 24/7 anytime using this code at checkout. If you guys are local to me and I can do porch pickups or deliveries, then you can just email me. That is absolutely fine. Send me an email, send me a text, no big deal. I can take care of that. Because I know some of my folks don't really want to shop online. I know some of my folks don't like to put their credit card information out there, and that's absolutely okay. I just need to make sure that I can do porch pickups and deliveries for you guys. So if you have any questions while we're going through this, give me a shout, let me know. So right now we're in roll call, friends. So make sure that you are commenting. Let me know that you're here so that your name goes into my drawings for prize patrols, which are coming from the new catalog. Prize patrols will be awarded. I will make the announcement on August 7th as well. So I've got some goodies coming that I'm going to give away. Now, when I was talking about ordering, you can order from both catalogs, right? So we have the annual catalog, which is live right now. You guys can order from that one, or starting August 4th, we've got this one live too. Now, I do want to say really quickly, August 4th, we have a new online ordering system going active. So if you do decide to order online, you're going to use my site right here, and it may look different. So I'm trying to let everybody know when you hop on and you think, oh my, this is not what this used to look like. It's because we've got a brand new ordering system. And guess what, friends? It works with your laptops and your tablets now. Sorry, your phones and your tablets. We have struggled, and now our new one is so much more user-friendly. So I'm super excited, but it will definitely have a different look. So if you're struggling or having any issues, just message me and let me know, and I can definitely help you through that. All right, so let's get playing here. So we talked about Prize Patrol again, likes, loves, shares. The more you do, the more your name goes into the drawing, and they will be picked on August 7th when our Christmas party ends. So let's go ahead and do some stamping. How about that? So one thing you'll notice in your new catalog, if you have received yours, that there are some, what are we calling them? Returning favorites, right? So for the very first time this year, Stampin' Up! Has listened to demonstrators and brought back some returning favorites. So these are coming from last year's holiday catalog. We kind of let them lay dormant over the summer, and now they are back in this catalog. And so let me share. I have these because these are made by my friend Renee. So I want to make sure I show these because she does a great job for me. Gather Together is a returning bundle. So when you're looking through that catalog, and once it goes live, we'll do a little catalog walkthrough. You'll be like, wait a minute, I think I had this from last year. You probably do. So we kept the bundle together, which means you get the dies and the stamp for 10% discount. So that is a returning favorite, as well as our Most Wonderful Time product medley. So these are the dies in the stamp set, but there's a whole medley that goes with this. There's paper, there's ribbon, there's accessories, all kinds of beautiful things that go in this entire medley that you can keep creating with. And this came back as well. That's a returning favorite. Now, while I have you here, I'm going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there, and we're going to play with another returning favorite, and that is Mr. Moose. So Mary Moose is such a cute little guy, and he has some little friends here, and he has a coordinating punch that goes with him as well. He is a returning favorite, and lots of you guys wanted to get him last year, and he sold out. So we brought him back again, and we're going to play with him a little bit, because I want to make sure you guys know you're getting a second chance. And Stampin' Up! Kind of took a chance with us by bringing back some stamps, punches, some bundles, and even some designer paper, which they have never done before. So let's go ahead and play a little bit with Mr. Moose. So I've got a piece of Whisper White cardstock here. I'm just going to fold that in half. And then I have a piece of basic black, which I'm going to use for my mat. That's going to be 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm going to lay a piece of designer series paper over top of this. But before I do that, I'm going to show you how I am cheap and thrifty, because I need a black moose. So No one will ever know. I'm not going to cut another piece of paper. I'm just going to punch Mr. Moose right out of there and use that as well. I do this a lot because if I'm covering it up, I'm going to utilize that dead space there. So I'm going to pull in a piece of designer series paper. I did this at 1/8 smaller. And this designer paper is called Feels Like Frost. Does it look familiar? It came from last year as well. And this was a very popular pack of paper, and it sold out very early too. So a lot of you guys couldn't get it. So we decided to bring it back. It is a 6x6 pack. Does it look familiar? Do you remember this? Here, this is what I have left over. I don't have a new pack. And so you'll notice that some of these look, there's a lot more, let me just say that. So yeah, does this look familiar to you? Some of you guys might be like, no, I don't quite remember having a full silver pack of paper. Guess why? Here's the other side. Does this look familiar to you? This is our gorgeous Feels Like Frost designer paper pack, right? We loved this one last year, but the other side is all metallic silver. So I'm going to use the other side. It's back, like I said. I'm so grateful for this. I feel like that really makes a return on my investment. Yes, you missed the moose last year. Good job, Sue Ann. Yes, I'm so happy that we were able to provide him again. And I love that we're doing this. You get a second chance if you missed him the first time. And then, of course, if you, oh, you know what? I'm hoping that I cut my paper. I might have to trim my paper down, I'm realizing. And then if you already have him, you can just add in some new accessories and kind of bring him back to life, a little bit of a refresher. So there we go. Now I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White. I believe this is 3/4 is what I cut. And I'm looking here for, I thought I have everything, but I think it's behind me. Yep, found it. The Memento Black. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment right here in the corner for our Merry Christmas. While I'm stamping, my goodness, where are all my inks? I thought I was prepared, but I was playing yesterday. My family went to Raystown. We got our boat out, and we were supposed to go to Raystown and kind of decompress and spend the day together. I took some real red right here, and I stamped his little scarf. So we're going to give a pop of red on this by just stamping that scarf. So I was going to go along, and then our dog ended up having to have some surgery yesterday. So he's fine. That looks like it might have been there from a while ago. Better get my silicone sheet out so I can protect my table. So I decided to stay home with him. It was not a big deal, but we went a little bit deeper than we wanted to, so that his little growth that he had removed didn't come back. So needless to say, making a long story long, I stayed home while everyone went and hung out at the lake, but I stamped all day yesterday. So I am going to show you what I was playing yesterday. So if you follow me on my Stamp with Jody B Facebook page, you'll know I was playing poinsettias yesterday. So I'm just going to fussy cut his little scarf out so that he can stay warm for the winter. Now, the fun thing about Mr. Moose is that he is not just Christmas, right? You could use him for kind of masculine, outdoorsy cards projects, and you can also birthdays, thank you, thinking of you, those kind of things. He's great. So you can actually use him all year long and still get a lot of play out of Mr. Moose. So I'm going to take this strip here, and I am going to attach it to a piece of basic black. which should be 1 inch wide. So I've got just a little bit of mat there across. And I am thinking I may have cut this. Yep, I did, but I think we're okay. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to get worked up over that, right? I wanted to cut it a little bit shorter, but it's okay. So let's attach that to our card or to our paper here. And then this is going to go onto our card base. Yep, Breck is just fine. He is fine. He is my $1 million dog. But he has a virus that grows little warts on his face. And when he gets them, they grow rapidly. And then they kind of get sore. So we had to take one of those off. And he's just fine. He just likes to milk his anesthesia. He likes to lay down for a long time and milk that anesthesia. So I stayed home just to make sure he didn't scratch his stitches. So I stamped, and he laid here in my office with me like a good boy. Oh my gosh, guys. I know I have dimensionals. All right. Well, we're going to use, I want minis. Let me see if I use those. I've got some black dimensionals here that I'm going to put on Mr. Moose. I'm going to pop dot him. And while I've got him, I'm just going to do a little bit of our seal on his scarf here. So he stays nice and warm this winter. Let me slide that up just a little bit. Can't have a cold moose in the winter time. Now I'm going to grab my minis. Just because I want them on, like I can put them up at his horns or whatever, antlers I guess is what he has. So we're just going to attach those. Hello, friends. Some of you are coming on. It's great. I love it. Come join me. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. We are playing with returning favorites right now. So there we go. We've got Mr. Moose kind of hanging out on our card. I just did his silhouette. Looks like he's kind of hanging out in the snow. So there we go. That is another version right here where I did a different DSP. So you could use any of the designer paper from that pack and just, I flipped it over. It was the first frost. So this is what one side looks like, the real photos. And then the other side is all gorgeous silver metallic. And I used a returning favorite named Mr. Moose. Okay, so there. So that's one of the make and takes. When you have a $30 order, you're going to get these for absolutely free as well. So let me get him out of the way. But before I take him away, should you want to see what I was playing with? I played over the weekend or this week with Mr. Moose as well. Yeah, totally simple, Jen. That's what I'm all about. Okay, I love really quick and simple cards. And of course, everything that we have, when you've got coordinating papers and punches and stamp sets and all that good stuff, it makes it so easy to do simple. Now this one was a little bit more because there are no dies, so this is all fussy cut. But I was trying not to use my moose, so I've got my little raccoon friend, the presents, and then the tree right there. Then I did this one, and this is gray granite and real red. Again, another simple one. So I send a lot of Christmas cards out. So I need to make sure that I've got those simple cards, that I can recreate them really quick, get them out, and get them in the mail, because I think sending Christmas cards is almost becoming a lost art. And, you know, I've noticed every year the number that I'm getting is less than it used to be, because I think we're so busy and we run out of time. So the great thing is that our catalog is coming out a month ahead of time. We're I'm kind of starting to think Christmas. I didn't do the countdown to see how many weeks there are till Christmas, but it probably is shockingly slim. Like, I don't think there's many weeks left till Christmas. And so I kind of want to get started now so that when the normal rush of Christmas is upon us, my cards are already done. So I did those two. Then I did this one, and I thought this is a fantastic card. Time to Celebrate could be Christmas, but it could totally be birthday, graduation. This card works for anything. And then I used that embossing folder with the trees. I just did the silhouette mousse punch. So that's just the punch. This one is the stamp and punch. And then I have one where I did the details. So here's another one where I stamped the outline and punched him out. So there's another Merry Christmas. And then here's the one I did together where I stamped the outline and then the shadow for the inside. And again, another really, really simple card and just a fun little inside, you know, because I like to have my insides cute too, but I don't attach them in so that just in case I have an accident, like I can flip it over or remove it. So when I go to sign it, I will attach it then. So that's what I did with Mr. Moose. I had fun playing with him. So let's see what else we want to do. Let's do a blend, okay? So in our annual catalog, and oh my goodness, hang tight, hang tight. We did bring back some Christmas. So I can show you these. And where do we start here? Okay, so we start on page 57 of the annual catalog. Some of these came back from either last year's catalog or our last year's holiday, and now they're in the big catalog. So we do have some returning ones, and we're going to pull in this one. And what does happen is that the bundles, they're no longer bundled, so they are separated apart. We still carry them, but there's no longer that 10% discount. So the cardinals are back, and then of course our snow globes are back as well, and then we've got our trees. So there are some fun ones that came back to join us for another round. So again, you might have these from last year and you can totally bring them back, freshen them up with maybe some new paper, some new embellishments, some new accessories, that kind of thing from our big catalog. And that's great for your investment. I'm loving that part of it. So we're going to play with this one. This is called Winter Woods. Let me find my goodies. All right, so what I'm going to do with this card is we're going to use Shaded Spruce and Sahara Sand, and I'm going to pull in something new. So I have this set. This is from the new catalog, the new mini. It's called For Unto Us, and this is a fantastic sentiment of a fantastic sentiment set that is all Christ-centered or about, you know, what Christmas is really about, just sentiments, which I love. So we're going to bring a new and blend it with an old and create a fun card today. So let's do, make sure I got my right size. Yep. So what I'm going to do is stamp my tree from Winter Woods. And did I have that one? I don't know where it is. It must be hiding. Yeah, here we are. There we go. Winter Woods. And there is a die set that goes with it as well. This is in the annual catalog. There's the dies. And then we're using the For Unto Us. So let me get this ink. Now I will say my Sahara Sand is very juicy. I just re-inked it not too long ago, so it's got a good bit of juice. It's a little darker than what I would like, but that's okay. It'll dry a little lighter than what we planned. So I'm going to bring in my finish set just to show you the difference. All right, is it going to show on the, yeah. So this is the same exact ink pad that I stamped last night. This is totally dry onto the cardstock. This is how dark it is because it's still a little bit wet, right? So when you stamp something and you're like, oh my, that's darker than I thought, maybe just give it a minute. Give it a little bit of time to actually set into the paper and watch that shade change becomes a little bit lighter. So now we were talking about simple cards. It does not get much simpler than this. Is that not simply gorgeous? And what I wanted with this particular card was to let the sentiments really speak, right? I think sometimes I want to just see, you know, just a little bit of a Christ-centered Christmas card, and you could recreate these, oh my goodness, in minutes. So now I've got my sentiment here, and I'm just going to stamp that. I love this script, you guys. Love it. So I'm stamping that in shaded spruce. Give it a couple seconds to dry. Now it does, when I say it's drying, like it's drying pretty quickly into our card, but still it just takes a little time to set. And while I've got that out, let's go ahead and do an inside too. So the nice thing about this stamp set is that we've got some coordinating font with stamps for the inside as well. So there we go. That can be my inside sentiment. You know what? These end up becoming my Christmas cards, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp them, because I said last year all these ones that I make, I use them and send them. So when you guys message me and you're like, oh my goodness, I loved your Christmas card, I have no idea what you got, because I probably send out 100 to 120, and they're all different because I've been making them as samples and ideas and playtime and that kind of thing. But what I told myself last year was stamp your sentiment, Breck Bill. So when it comes time to actually sign them and send them, I was opening all my cards and they were blank. And I was like, oh no, I need to have sentiments before I send them. So I thought this year I am going to stamp my sentiments. So now all I need to do is sit down and actually address them, saving myself some time. So I've got my shaded spruce cardstock here. It's such a pretty color. It's got a little funk there. That's okay. I can trim that later. Such a pretty color for Christmas. Now I pulled in a piece of copper foil, and I'm going to attach right to that piece of copper foil. And I have just like 1/8 of an inch there. Just a little bit. Now I'm going to do some dimensionals, and I'm down here's another one. I'm kind of using all those little nubbins at the end. There, now we're done with that. And are you going to stick off? Yes, you are. I got you a little too close to the edge. All right, so let's pull them off. So this, if you're just joining me, come on in, come on in. This is my mashup card, right? I took a stamp set from last year and I mashed it up with a new stamp set from our, ooh, don't do that, from our holiday catalog, which is live on Tuesday. All right, so I did that and I thought, well, that's kind of pretty, but then it needed a little something. So I pulled in our little copper stars and I thought, yep, that's exactly what it needed. So there you go. And there's our inside. So now I just stuck that inside right there. And I'll be ready to sign it and send it whenever I'm packaging my Christmas. So there you go. That's such a simple card. I really am loving that stamp set. And that is, let me show it to you one more time. That is For Unto Us. And that is in the new upcoming mini catalog. Love this one. All right, let me scoot some things because we're going to do one more project. And again, as you guys are coming in, we are having a Christmas in July party. So Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas from Pennsylvania to Florida. Kathleen, thanks so much for joining us. Just remember, likes and loves. I do have prize patrols going on. So you want to make sure that you're giving likes and loves and shares, and that gets you more chances into my prizes. My prizes are not here yet because I can't order them. They're coming from the new catalog, which goes live on Tuesday. So you can go ahead and likes and loves. All right, so let's get these out of here. What else do we want to do? I don't have any more to show you. I didn't create too much with that. So that was my first one. So I don't have a lot to show you from that. Let's do, all right, this is what I played with all day yesterday. All right, I need a little more room. Poinsettia petals, my friends. This is what I had out yesterday. So here is the stamps and the dies. Lots of stamps and dies, right? So these, all right, hopefully everybody's still there. I'm having wireless issues. So hopefully you guys are still on. Hopefully, let's pray. I'll move along a little bit faster. I figured it's not really good weather, and a lot of times that affects my Wi-Fi, so we can struggle sometimes. So this is the stamp and the die. Okay, yay. All right, you guys are still here. And it's got lots of sentiments, lots of dies. But let me tell you how easy these are to work with. Very, very simple to work with. And if you can see here, when you die cut these, it leaves the little veins of the poinsettias in there. It's super, super pretty. So that is a bundle. It is coming in the new catalog. So let me do a little stamping with this one. And I've got a piece of Whisper White. So that's going to be our card base. All right, and then I have a piece of Designer Series paper. This is from the Wrapped in Christmas or Christmas Hugs. I can't remember its name, but it's very pretty Designer Series paper, and I'm using that today. It's got Mossy Meadow, which is very cool, Real Red, and Pear Pizzazz. So I thought I kind of liked that combo. So I'm just going to attach my DSP right here to that Mossy Meadow panel. Then I pulled in our new brass foil. So this came in the new annual catalog. So we've got all different kinds of foil. We've got gold, silver, copper, brass, nice and shiny. Sometimes so shiny it hurts my eyeballs. All right, so we can go ahead and attach that to our card base a while. Now don't forget, when you guys are seeing these make and takes, these are part of my special giveaway. Thank you, heartwarming hugs. Well, this one is, this is the other one I'm gonna tell you about, and this kind of coordinates with that suite. This one's called Wrapped in Christmas. And then there's also some heartwarming hugs suite, I think. All right, so now we're ready for that. Then let's do a little stamping. I die cut this ahead of time. This is a little label from Tasteful Labels. It's in the annual catalog. Cut that out ahead of time. And I'm just gonna stamp, I hope you're Cherry Cobbler. Yep, Cherry Cobbler. I'm gonna stamp my little sentiment right on there. That's it. That's all there is for stamping on this card. Then set that aside, and I did Real Red, and I did all these die cuts ahead as well, and now it's just time to layer. So all I'm going to do is a little bit of, you could use glue dots, you could use your green glue. I'm using my seal, and I just am offsetting my poinsettia leaves. And then this is the extra little baby on the top. So just keep offsetting them. And then I kind of like make them loose. That's why I only do them in the center. You could put pop dots or dimensionals in between them if you wanted to. Absolutely not a problem. So now, what did I do next? I die cut these guys as well in the brass foil. So I'm just going to do, whoops, be careful, Just a little bit of attachment. Now, one thing you could do, I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive on the back right at that stem and leaving the little doodahs here free. But if you wanted to attach them down, what I would recommend is using our new cling sheets, because that makes a huge difference. This whole thing, not cling sheets, what do they call adhesive sheets? And that, because that would, you would die cut it out, and this will be a whole sticker then, so you just peel the sticker off and stick it down. I like them to be kind of free, so I only attach them. And right here, you're not going to see any of that. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to do a little bit of adhesive right here for a leaf. And what happened to, there you are. And where do you go? Kind of trying to just lay things out so that I don't cover up everything too much. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that a while. So put you here. I don't want to cover up my sentiment. I'm going to put you here. I'm going to put you here. And none of this shows because it gets all covered up. So now, where'd you go? Pop dots. Could put a couple dimensionals on the back side. All right, so now, once I'm done with this, I'm going to show you what I've been playing with. And oh, mama, it was so much fun yesterday. So as much as I miss my family and I couldn't be at the lake with them, I had a heck of a fun time stamping, that is for sure. So there we go. Now, of course, it's not done. Of course not. We do have beaded pearls, and I'm going to show them to you because I did use them on another card. But this is this is where I struggle, and maybe you guys are just like me. I use the brass foil, and the beaded pearls are laid in silver, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to mix silver. I don't want to do that. Silver and brass. So I pulled in the gilded gems, right? So I use these guys, and I just did these in the center. And I thought, ooh, did that ever become pretty? All right, check that out. And they match. Matchy, matchy. I'm all about it. So I needed a little bit of bling, right? And then I just kind of fluff these up. Now, of course, if you're mailing them, they're going to get smushed. And you might have to do a little bit extra postage because I did some pop dots and the gems and all that goodie. But yeah, isn't that cool? Such a pretty card. And not much stamping, just some die cutting. So just to recap, for each $30 order, you're going to get all of the make and takes. If you have a $50 order, you're going to get an embellishment for free as well as the make and takes. My offer ends August 7th, and you're going to use this code. Okay, so any questions about that, let me know. I'm going to just give a little bit of a plug right now for the Wrapped in Christmas. I showed you this stamp set a little bit earlier, but my team and I are getting ready to do a virtual kickoff with this new catalog. It's going to be September 19th at 10 a.m. It runs on an exclusive Facebook page that you will be a part of. There are going to be live demonstrations. There are going to be 6 make and takes. We're going to have tons of prize giveaways. We're going to have guest stampers that are going to come on and show you lots of new stuff from that catalog as well. And you're going to get this stamp set in your kit. Okay, so that information is getting ready to come out. So that's with me and my team. So I'm really, really excited, but I love the fact that we're able to give you guys a stamp set in your kit. And we do that because we're virtual. We're not able to get together and stamp. So all of your make and takes will use this stamp set, and you'll use that at home and stamp along with us. Also, you'll get a PDF tutorial too. So information getting ready to come out about that, but I wanted to let you guys know so there's a couple things that are really important. If you are not able to be with us live on the 19th of September, that's okay. You can totally still join us, get everything that you need, and everything's stored on that Facebook page. So you can go and watch those videos anytime that you want. You can go back and look at the pictures. You can watch them over and over again. Of course, you're going to get the PDF, which will help you put your projects together too. And if you already have the stamp set, so some of you may already have your wish list, and this might be on it. If you already have the stamp set, that's fine. You'll use your stamp set, and then you're just going to sub something else that you want in place of your stamp set. So you can still totally join us, and just, you don't have to have 2 stamp sets is what I'm saying. So look for that information coming. We did it by the seat of our pants when we had to go virtual, I think in June. And we're doing it again. Everyone loved it. So it is so much fun. We really, really enjoy it. And it's a way for all of us to still get together and feel like we're stamping together but apart, right? So Facebook has been great for that. Even though it drives me insane many days, it still has been great that our stampers can come together and we can still have an event, still stamp with each other, and still stay safe and do what we need to do. So join us September 19th for our Moveless Stampers catalog kickoff. That's my team. They're called the Moveless Stampers. I love them so. And we own a dairy farm. That's the real job around here, is that we are a dairy farm. And so I wanted to shout out to the fact that that's what we do. So Moveless Stampers are getting ready to bring you an amazing event September 19th. So I promised that I would show you what else I've been creating with those poinsettias. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. So what do I want to show you first? All right, so there is some coordinating paper. So I did use some designer series paper and created this one. Very, very simple. Little bit of stamping right there. And then I just added, just cut up my DSP a little bit. And the DSP is very pretty as well. So I did that one. Then I have this one right here. These are those little beaded pearls I was telling you about. They are one solid piece. And again, there's designer series paper, a little sneaky peek at a new embossing folder that we have called Evergreen. It's all kinds of little trees there. And these pieces are die cut straight out of the designer series paper, which is very cool. I just laid my dies right on the paper, ran it through. I didn't even stamp them. So that's all that's stamped right here. Then again, oh, there's my inside. I always told you I put my insides in, but I don't lock it down. So this is the paper again. Die cut this panel out right here of the DSP. And I love this little sentiment right here. I love that one. Warm wishes from our home to yours. So I use that one quite often. And then I don't know if you can see, but I did Wink of Stella on that DSP. So it kind of started to curl it up a little, which was cool. And then it's got some glimmer and shimmer to it. So I love to add Wink of Stella. Then I took this piece, stuck with the traditional red and green. A lot of people like red and green. My husband is one. He always teases me and he said, if it's not red and green, it's not Christmas. And I try to avoid red and green because there's so many other fun colors. I love purple at Christmas. I love black and white. Wait till you see what else I did. So this is some new DSP here, and it is fuzzy. So it's got a texture to it. Comes in a 12 by 12, and I just trimmed it down. Then I stamped and die cut those poinsettias. The great thing about this die cut is you can die cut 2 pieces at one time. And I didn't bring my dies over, but you can stamp, or you can die cut the inside and the outside at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but one pass through the machine and it will cut out. One cut cuts these as well as those. And so I did that in olive and real red. Then you have to go a little crazy, right? So here is one of our new in colors, Magenta Madness. And that is a fantastic, boom, such a bright pink for Christmas. And then how about blue? So I pulled in the blues. So we did Misty Moonlight and Balmy Blue. And there is our beautiful balmy blue glimmer paper. Here as well, I cut those little doodads out of there in silver and balmy blue. And then I pulled in some of our new gems and just did a crazy card. Now, I will always say I am a copier, friends. I'm not original. There are thousands and thousands of such creative stampers and demonstrators, and so a lot of these you'll see on Pinterest. I don't always know where they came from, but I can tell you that they're not always out of my head, that's for sure. So I wanted to showcase those a little bit, and then of course we're getting ready to wrap up here. I think I did pretty good on time. I didn't want to spend too much time, so that you didn't feel like you were on here for hours. But not only is Christmas coming, but Halloween is coming too, and Halloween is so much fun, and we do Halloween really, really well. I always love everything that Stampin' Up! Does Halloween. So here is our Magic in This Night. I showed these a little bit earlier, but I wanted to show you the dies and the stamps that go together. So Magic in This Night stamp set, and there's a lot of goodies that coordinate in this suite, including the super cool spider web embossing folder. Then we also have Ghoulish Goodies. That fell into my basket as well. So I will be playing Halloween here soon and hoping that I can get a class together and we'll do some Halloween. So I don't do Halloween as much as I used to because my kids are big. So I used to always do little treats and trick or treat ideas and little favors and fun stuff for them when they were in school. And now they're gone. So I don't do Halloween as much. So I need to do Halloween with you guys. So hopefully we will do a class. I would like it to be in person. It may be virtual. I don't know how things go in the next couple weeks. But hopefully like end of August, beginning of September, we'll play a little Halloween. And usually we create a framed art piece, which is great. You guys love to use those and hang them in your home for Halloween. So let me show you what I did create. And this was a combo of Taryn and I. We sat down and she's home for a little bit while she gets ready to move this weekend. And so she's not a stamper. I will preface this by saying my daughter is not a stamper. She always wants to steal my very expensive markers, but she does not stamp. So she was hanging out in my office and I was like, what about this and what about this? And so she gave some suggestions. And even though she gave some very good suggestions and we came out with this really cute card, despite the fact that she is terrified of spiders. So we have Spider Designer Series paper here. We have the spider web embossing folder, and then we've got that big fat spider right there in the corner, and like more spider webs. And she was cool with it. She said it was okay. So that is some of the DSP. There is our new black glimmer paper, and it's not showing probably in video, but I did Wink of Stella on our little flowers here as well. So a little bit of a sneaky peek on Halloween, and these fun die cuts can be used for anything, not just Halloween. So there you go, my friends. Merry Christmas to you guys and happy Halloween. Thank you so much for joining me. Just a quick recap. Likes, loves, comments, shares, all that good stuff gets you guys into prize patrols, which will be announced on August 7th. The new catalog goes live August 4th. You can order from that. So the 4th to the 7th, this party is staying open. You want to just hop right online there, shop, use that code if you're local, and we can do porch pickups and drop-offs. You are fine to text me, email me, call me, whatever, and I can place your order for you. But the party is live now. So you can shop now through August 3rd and get bonus day coupons. And you can shop the 4th through the 7th and redeem bonus day coupons. So yay. If you have a $30 order, you're going to get the make and takes. So you're going to get this one. Mr. Moose. And this one. These are the 3 make and takes that you'll get for absolutely free with a $30 order. If your order is $50, you're going to get the make and takes as well, plus you're going to get an embellishment for free. I can't show the embellishment because I'm not sure which ones exactly I'm going to use, but I would say they'd be in the $8-ish range, and they're from the new catalog. So there you go, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. It's been wonderful. Thanks, everybody. And don't forget to join us on September 19th, too. Information is getting ready to be sent out about that. We're getting our ducks in a row and having our virtual stamp party September 19th. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week.